There we go. What is good, everybody? Hopefully I'm sounding clear today. Oh. Got 3 people in chat already. Let's go. Oh. I guess we'll go ahead and get this out of the way. Oh, goodness. We'll wait a little bit for a few more viewers to hop in before we get started. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh. I guess I can put this on. There we go. There we go. Can I hear a little bit what's going on now? Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Get that stuff going. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully I sound clear as crisp or something like that. Clear as mud. Ugh. Oh, boy. So let's, can I just, howdy, Crusaders. Hi, child. How are you doing today? Hey, floating triangle? I actually think I'm going to be we're going on a camping trip that weekend. So sadly, I will not be competing in that, which is super upsetting. I told it seems like no matter what we plan, there's always as soon as something pops up, there's always something that predates it. Like this camping trip has been planned for months in advance, and then go figure Konami, because they're targeting me. They don't want me to compete in it. They're like, we're gonna put it on the day that he's going camping, which sucks, but it is what it is. Oh goodness. So boys, last night we play tested against Trap Trick, Amazement, Dogmatica with good old Utopia here, and boy, did we get clapped. We just got completely swamped. I mean, I think I didn't even win we had 3, 6, 9 games out of all, and I didn't win a single one. A few times because he drew the nuts, and he got real lucky off of not Prosperity, off of what's the one card? The one Extravagance. But other than that, it just straight clean. It buttered my bread pretty easy. But yeah, I thought we'd just go through and do some test hands with some Utopia, and then we'll talk about the ban list, and then we'll even do maybe some noble stuff, because I do I think I'm so excited to play Infernobles this format, considering what the best decks are. And then we can talk some Crusadia theory. I spent pretty late last night testing and everything, so excuse me if I do cough. I do have an itch from allergies, which have been kicking my butt as of lately. But yeah, I figure we'll do a few test hands of Utopia, do some discussion and talk about the ban list, all that fine jazz, and go from there. Wait for a few more people to join. Trying to get back into a regular stream schedule. Trying to stream every Wednesday. What up, Bash? Glad you can make it. Just doing some test hands here. Trying to get back into the drift of things, I guess. Routine, not drift. Because Konami wanted to watch the format burn, Melfi. They wanted to watch the format just straight burn. The amount of Sky Striker players that are going to rise up is going to be unprecedented. Oh, goodness. 3. Failing here. There we go. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on Engage. I don't know. Thoughts on Crusadia OTK is probably the best way to go. Fragilanius, to be honest with you. I don't think that there is. I mean, you could do like Codebreaker stuff, like going first, but like even then, you're still like putting out with like an Appaloosa for 2, and like you're using like your entire hand to do that. It's just not really good resource management to go first, I believe. However, last night we were talking and we were theorizing what could be done, and if Konami would just give like, because they gave Crusadia as a tuner, right? So like they surely had interest in like releasing a synchro eventually, but they giving them a level 7 synchro that would be like if it's pointing to a zone link monster points to it becomes a quick effect to special summon a Crusadia from the graveyard would be perfect. It would give the deck like and more. It wouldn't have to like rely on such outside engines to play anything. And we'll go first test hand the video, and our Utopia deck just decides not to show up, which is all right. Yeah, Kagari to 1 next. We'll see. I think people are just overhyping it, to be honest with you. I think that we'll just really have to wait and see. I mean, that is a good point that even with Engage at 1, Kagari is technically 4 Engage. So, like, in theory, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, exactly. New support would be very cool. And, like, see, they gave Gearsu. Nathan, not really. The best, probably going second would be the best way to go. I have it actually right here. And I was just trying to do like a link good stuff and just trying to like, because like if you really stop and look at it, like my friend today was telling me that Crusadia, like every Crusadia card's a starter card. Every Crusadia card is an extender, and like they all special summon from the hand. So like they have like the potential to be like a very aggressive going first deck, but like Konami we don't have the card pool, I guess. But all right. So this hand is not too shabby, not the best, but like it is something. Okay, we're just gonna be able to draw a lot of cards, I think, with this hand right here. But yeah, Salmon Great Pendulum, best deck. Let's go. I don't know. I don't know about either one of those, to be honest with you. Salad now has a little bit more of a not so linear play style now, but I saw someone was saying that is it even worth playing Mirage Stalio, considering that it locks you into fires and stuff like that? And I was like, well, yeah, if you're going first, why wouldn't you? Since I play drones, I thought about adding the package of Engage Anchor. Maybe that'd be pretty good, especially like I said, since the what do you call it? Since Engage is back, you could technically, and Kagari, you know, like you could chain block out your Megi. It's kind of like the old days when we had 3 of them things. Not today, my man Robbie. Not today. It's gonna be a short stream, and I gotta go do some things. But we're going to just do some test hands. That's also what we're trying to do today is try to stream so that we can get a better live stream setup, so then I can like actually remote duel people a little bit better than what we have here. I think we'll go there. Go and activate here. Overlay for Utopia double. Cry River because we don't have Leo Ray yet. 2-1. Hey, this is a striker player from like months ago. I do remember, my man. I do remember. I wish I was a millionaire. If I was a millionaire, I tell you what, I'd be doing a lot more with my money than what I'm currently doing. So let's see here. We'll go ahead and just grab Ashura Strike. Ugh. Oh, my man Robbie at work. Whip it out, Robbie. Let's go. Right at work. I bet you're happy, my man. Medhan, I bet you are a happy man. Yeah, you held out for, yep. You held out for sure. Draw for tactics. That sucks. See, this is one thing I've started, like, I'm playing this deck, like, maybe once we get, like, all the cool stuff, like, we're supposed to be getting for Utopia, like, we won't encounter this problem, but it just sucks having to commit your normal, and then you draw into a card like Onomatopoeia. What's good, Blake? How are you doing? We'll go ahead and go here. And just move on up and grab ourselves. Let's see. We have coat. So let's see. Well, yeah, no, we can't. We really can't do anything. So it's like right now, all we're going to be doing is building up a Utopia and drawing a bunch of cards. Hopefully we can get a change tactics or a, not change tactics, a XYZ. Oh gosh, what is it called? The quick play, XYZ import, and then like a hand trap or two. Maybe like that will be enough. But yeah, last night I played this against Just Nuts, and we just like did like 9 matches, guys, and like not only did he, it was just his night. Let's just say it was just his night. So yeah, at this point we just go ahead and detach. Well, no, we might be able to draw into Monster Reborn, and that could get us going places. I guess that's something we could potentially do too. Detach, search for double or nothing. Do you have a deck list for those out yet? Do you mean for the Utopia? I do. However, it's pretty rough. I'm not going to lie. I actually, all 5 Exodias will dust it. Yeah, that's... In fact, a mouse across the room could dust this deck right now. We'll go here. Pay 500, draw a card. Zexal Interest. Man, I knew we were going to draw this card. This doesn't do us anything because this card does not work with like the Onomatopoeia or stuff like that. I do have a deck list out for this. It's very it's not like this is a deck you will take to locals and more than likely lose at locals. I'm not gonna lie. That's just how it is. Currently, with all the new support that we're going to get, the deck will probably become a threat by then. But like right now, this deck kind of just extremely struggles because this guy right here, this guy's just so mediocre. Especially knowing that we're getting Leo Ray. This guy is just 100% mediocre. It just really sucks. But other than that, it is a fun deck to play. Like when the deck is with if you open like the right hand, like you can just go off, and that's like really cool. Hey, bros, and then we got Ben. When should I pick up to play Crusadia? If you want to go first, I recommend looking into the Codebreakers. You still can technically play Dragon Link since that variant is still very viable. I mean, we only used 1 striker anyway. And I have a list that didn't even use LP because I planned for it. And I remember so many people commenting saying, it's so stupid to prepare for a hit that you don't even know it's going to happen. I bet you know what? Those comments aged very well. I'll tell you what. So we go here and draw another card. Not much there. So we're 5, 10, 15. We'll go ahead and go Zexal Force. We get to stack this time, though. And we'll just go ahead and stack with Fefnir Sword. Shuffle it up here because we'll just draw this anyway. Banlist seeing some poop bills come out nowhere. Ideas on Utopic Astral. Is the new one, Nathan, my man, the new guy that just got revealed today. That card is actually the card that will blend everything together. If that's the one I'm thinking of, like the one where Utopia is all standing, all buff and everything. It's like Astral form that lets you search you discard a card and search a Onomot card. It's really good. The discard from the hand is only good if you want to discard Glove. But other than that, I'm not too sure on the discarding. I'm 50-50 on it because if you discard Glove, you can then search out this guy, which is not too bad. But you could also search out Topera, but then you have to discard another card with Topera, so you're really starting to lose resources. But if you did open Change Tactics with all that, you're just going to be able to draw all those cards back. It's definitely it's the missing piece that will tie everything together. Because currently, right now, the issue is that you have 3 engines that are built or designed. I guess you can say the Onomot deck is just a rank 4 spam, but you have 4 engines in the deck that are made to work together. But there was no center card that allowed it all to come together, to glue it together, and that's what that card does. It's pretty decent. So anyway, we're going to rank up here into the boy Ultimate Draconic Utopia Ray. We draw a card. We just draw Fefnir Sword. And then we can just go ahead and banish. Oh, let's not do that because knowing my luck. We'll go ahead and go equip the Ashura Strike and grab ourselves Pegasus. There we go. You guys will have to watch. I made my friend play this deck. Not my list, but his own list at locals. And it's going to be called The Marvelous Misadventures of a Utopia Player. And he just kind of gets bodied. He hates salad. He ends up playing 2 salads. Pretty rough. Then we banish this. Draw a card. Another Copera. And to be honest with you guys, this is exactly what happens now. Since we already our opening hand was just kind of like donkey doo-doo, but we drew into like all these powerful cards like we wish we would have had, but it's not more than we done. Thought it was another archetype honest, but yes, I thought it when I first saw it too. I was like, man, what is this card? Like, and then I read it and I was like, they are really giving Utopia some pretty good support, man. Pretty good support. It just sucks that right now we have to play the deck. We play it so subpar. Like it really kind of just like I enjoy playing the deck as like in like a casual level, but it's really upsetting to know like the deck can't even beat like a rogue deck pretty much because of just how weak it is until we get the new stuff. We'll get there. We'll get there. The deck could probably steal a locals, I'm sure. With currently right now. That is for sure. Shuffle it up here. So guys, we're all moved into the new armory, which is pretty cool. Yeah, bring back Zexal. I wish, man. This deck would be a lot better if it could just poop out Zexal. But we'll do one more test in here, and then we'll bring up and we'll discuss and we'll start doing Crusadia theory, since I know a lot of people are interested on that. Hey, boss, my bad if the question was already asked here, but back to LP free build from that live stream. Yeah, well, yes and no. I truly don't know the route to take the deck. I don't know if it's just go to the going second variant and just kind of like do the best you can sort of thing, or do we? It's truly up in the air. I think for sure the best variant is going to be going second. Sadly, but it's until we find or Konami releases another going first like engine that can be splashed with it. I think they just need to give Crusadia more support that allow the deck to combo like without using excessive engines and stuff like that. That the deck can just do what it wants to do. But okay. Well, this is not too bad. We can go Onomatopoeia. If I can grab it here, it's really struggling. We can go Topera or pick up to grab Topera. Let's see here. I think we're going to be able to draw a lot of cards this time. It sucks that we open double or nothing, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. We'll go ahead and use Topera, pitch here, grab herself the Utopic Onomatopoeia, and then the Zubabancho and the Gagaga Code. Then we'll go right here. Go and activate Change Tactics. And see, that's what sucks. Like, this is, like, completely horse doo-doo. Nathan, my man, that's exactly what I was saying so early in the stream. They need a synchro. Like, they gave us a tuner, but then failed to. But they gave Royal Chalice, who didn't have a tuner, a synchro. It's like they messed up halfway through designing. Run Phantom Answer. Let's see here. Let's go. There we go. Then we can just use the effect to go here. Effect to summon here. But see, this is like interesting because since we don't have anything to the only Utopia we have that detaches is double, but we open the double or nothing. We could potentially try to rip into a Zexal construct. So if we go, no, we use this to reborn this, so that means we need to go like this. And we need to go Utopia. 500 to draw. Another Utopia. Interesting. We'll go ahead and fire off one more. We have a few more times before we're here. Play 500 to draw. Zexal Force. That's not too bad. We could technically go Zexal, but Zexal Force is just going to make us draw a. It's going to make us draw. Goodness, I can't think. The Zexal weapon. We don't want to draw a Zexal weapon. Agreed. I'd like to see more World Legacy lore cards in general anyway. Oh, goodness. Let's just fire. But let's go ahead up here to Utopia. Well, see. Let's wait a second here. We go Lightning. We draw This card cannot be used as XZ. Let's see. Cannot be used as XYZ material for an XYZ summon. Let's see here. Does this count as a... spell using you can XYZ? Yeah, darn. I mean, we don't even have a Zexal weapon to like equip to it, so there's like no point in even going into Draconic. So we'll just go Lightning and draw the Sage, and then yeah. So there you guys go. We practically are facing a very solid predicament. Now, hands down, if this right here was, if we had access to Leo Ray, we could potentially, or even Dragnar, Utopic Dragnar, this right here would definitely, like, we'd be so set, like, we'd be off to the races, but Konami doing us dirty. That is just rough. But that is essentially the deck. And then the deck just really, for lack of better terms, just kind of just sucks right now. If you don't play Cowboy in the extra deck, you aren't doing it right. You really don't have any space. Well, technically, in this variant here, you would have space. But when the later lists come out, you aren't going to have too much space, because you're going to be putting in all those busted number monsters that you can summon for free because they make Utopic Dragnar a card. But let's go ahead and whip out Old Faithful Crusadia. I have that, like that. You're just guys going to see a lot of spice and a lot of stuff in that. Should be banned and replaced for Mist. What do you think? I think that is incorrect. Simply because the so Misk is what is the issue. When you have a card that says you cannot interact with your opponent, Konami, like, it just blows my mind that people think like Misk should stay, but like Azathoth's gone, True King's gone, Zexal's gone, but Misk practically does the same thing. Yes, it's like a weaker scale than those cards, but it still practically does the same thing, you know? You have to like take into concept that Misk did more than just like also like per se your opponent cannot interact with the card. It was an extender and all that type of stuff too. So like you definitely, I think Misk was the definite hit. Conductor can stay all day. Conductor can stay all day. Yeah, all this is just kind of wonky right now. Different things I was testing, but we'll go ahead and shuffle up and do some Crusadia theory. And see, here were some other cards like I was testing. Romulus is just here. So then let's go about right here. Shuffle it up. I do not, my man, our Karma, or just call you Karma. I don't. This is just kind of a confluxion of just different things I was trying to do. Just simply because I wanted to move this a little bit over here. Simply because of how I want, like, I didn't even know like the direction I want to take the deck. So I just kind of threw everything together. Yeah, if you guys are not part of the Discord, go ahead and join the Discord. For sure. And then if he does send it to me, I'll share it on there. He can share it, whatever he wants to do. All right, so this is not a list at all. This is just kind of like a consortment of crazy cards. So wow, this is awful. This is miserable, but this is kind of what is expected because of we're playing just kind of like a crash course of like all different types of good engines, trying to find like a happy medium. There's not SC, but again, even though we opened a starter here, which is Forma Skipper, which I don't know if I'm going to keep playing or not, because again, like Gamma and stuff exist. And we don't have like enough to do anything because we drew just Donkey Doo-Doo. I think today's the day, guys. Today is the day that I just draw Donkey Doo-Doo. So we'll go here. There should be a link. You can go find one of my older videos. I think I might be able to find it here for you. Give me 1 second. Let me find it here. One thing good about using Apple everything is we have the Apple ecosystem. And we can just do this here. There we go. Discord is out there for you guys. We have a pretty good Discord group going on. All right, let's just try again. Let's just see what we can get here. 5 cards. All right, so perfect. All right, so again, guys, if you're excuse my cough, guys, excuse my cough. If we're trying to go first, it's just so difficult trying to go first, especially like I'm not sure if I'm sold on playing Tracer. I don't know what Tracer could be in replace of. Do we still play the Striker Dragon? Do we like what do we do? It's just kind of crazy because in my opinion, when you're doing a combo deck or like comboing off and stuff like that, card economy is very important. If you have one card, it should equal one combo, right? And that's where we have an issue with this deck is it'll take our entire hand just to put up like 3 interruptions. And that's not good at all, guys. And especially since I've been playing Infernobles and playing like other combo decks, like testing agents and stuff like that. It shouldn't be that way. Your whatever like 1, 2, or 3 card combos you have should be getting you a +1 interruption or breaking you even on interruptions, not like that. And currently, right now, that's kind of what this is doing. But I will just go ahead and kind of just go for it. Let's go ahead and try. Go here. Link off here. And do the Magus. And then we have no choice but to. Man, this is where I do kind of wish that like Striker had like a point down arrow. That'd be kind of. I think they were very smart when they did that. We special here. Grab ourselves Draco. As you guys can see, it's just a huge consortment of just like lists and stuff like that I've tried to put together. I don't even know what I would replace Noctovision with or anything like that. But we're going to go ahead and go here. This is why I also believe like going second would just be the way to go. Just try and break the boards, So we'll just go ahead and go right here for Regulex. We'll just fire off Monster Reborn. Bring back here. Effect a Regulex to add us. Gnomes on the Boat. Oh, goodness. I actually have that deck pulled out. I'm just waiting I put it in order for my Black Eyes. So I'm waiting for my Black Eyes to get here. And then I'm going to start tinkering with that deck again. I think that deck is crazy good. Crazy good. All right. So then we go here for Draco Master or the Tinny. Special effect, head back the Arborea. Excuse me. Special here. Then we go into Virus Swordsman effect. Bring out Zero Day. Then my phone's over here going off because it's not charging. We'll go right here into this guy. And this guy and see, this is like where I'm getting to the end of my combos and stuff because I'm not truly sure like where to go from here. We do happen to have like, since we drew World Legacy World Crown, I mean, that's decent. We could go 2, 3, 4 for a 3 material Apollosa, but since we drew Crown and Tracer, we're not able to even like make Avramax. So like that was like my thought process was like we could at least like do something like this. Have like a 3 material app with an Avramax protecting it from battle, but like even then, like that is not like guaranteed every hand. I like this into. Well, let's see here. 1 second. Looking at my hand, we definitely have to play a little bit differently. I think we go ahead and go here for that. We get a 2 material app. We then special here. Since we searched out Crawler, we go here. Again, that's, technically that's 3 interruptions. But I mean, still, it's like not real. I mean, like if you look at it, took our entire hand minus 1 card technically. So like that's 4 cards in our hand that we had to use to be able to get up. Well, technically 1, 2, 3, 4. In this case scenario, it plays off because we opened. Okay. All right, Charles, and darn math doing me dirty here. So then, like, I mean, that's standard. I do know like it, but like, see, it makes it to where like through your combo line, like when you go to resolve Draco, you have to be able. Draco is going to complete the code breakers for you, so it makes it where you have to practically have like 3 card combo all the time because 2 cards just is not enough cards to get you anywhere. And then at that point, like you have such a higher chance of like not comboing off because if you have to have 3 cards to combo off, that gives you like you can't afford to have. You can't open you can't open more than 2 bricks in your deck technically, and that's pretty rough. Well, it shouldn't be rough. Like statistically, it should be rough. And see, there's even a kaiju still in here. I don't even know why I have a kaiju. I think it was a proxy for something. I've thought about completely forsaking out like the XYZs and stuff, and like straight up going hard and just like straight gas. Jean, my man, welcome. Glad you can make it. All right, again. I don't know what this would be. Probably, yeah, well, not right on me, but I do know for a fact that you should definitely side. There can only be 1. And more back row hate. And I think that, and then after that, it's just whatever your locals or your local meta is. There can only 1 is crazy in this deck. But like, goodness. So we just normal our Crusadia. We turn that into Magius. There we go. Chain 2, chain 1. Grab ourselves this. Grab ourselves Draco, and we're going to grab ourselves the other Paralytic Seed. And this is kind of where Striker, I mean, technically, I mean, like, you really could. You would just have to. Well, the problem I had with Striker Crusadia in the very beginning was that going first, I mean, technically now, especially since like this deck, like we have a 2-card Avermax, we could just put Avermax out going first with like a Widow Anchor and stuff. That would not be too bad, really. Plus, like instead of searching Crawler, you can search like Power and stuff. It definitely, it's you know, it's just everything's up in the air. So we go here. Wouldn't be against playing the Guard Dragon variant, or like not the Guard Dragon. There is no more Guard Dragons now. But playing against the Dragon Link variant of this, because it puts up, like, it consistently puts up Savage and Equimax, hands down. Almost every hand can put up Equimax and Savage, which is crazy. Then if you open Exceed in your hand, you can always put up like Equimax, Savage, and like your choice in rank 4. So that might be the route to go if you want to play going first. I just think like all the going second variants are just going to practically the same. You're going to put board breaking cards that normally will leave you a monster on the field. So you're going to play kaijus, back row hate, light. You're going to play all that stuff, and then you're just going to try and win. There's like, as much as like there's like no sort of like crazy like thought process behind it. It's straight up like Equimax go burr, and that's kind of why I take note, guys. I really preached against the Guard Dragon variant. I was like something like 24 and 3 with a going second Crusadia list. And I like, after like people would be like, you go first, and then like just getting your back broken because you could only put up like Equimax with like 1 other negate. And that is not enough. It just really leaned me towards going first with the deck. 1 second, guys. Got to water my tubes here. Okay, so. Okay. Go here, Regulex. Technically, we could just do this right here. We have all this extra resource for Ling Kribo, my boys, not Link, Ling. Trigger Regulex. That will grab us Crawler. Go there for this guy. Then we can go here, add back Leonis. Special here. And then we have the Breaker package here, which is going to come in. And see, like, technically, if we wanted to abuse Nocto, like, if we truly wanted to keep Nocto in the deck, we could easily just turn that into Striker Dragon, summon Nocto, we get Sector Launch, and Sector Launch is just free card, like, resource at that point. Crusadia invoked Ecomax Crawl Mechaba. Nick Bits, that is actually a, like, if I did not hate the invoked package, that'd probably be one of the other options you go. We actually have a few members in the Discord that test that deck. They actually like it. You just normal Alistair. You like go 2 steps back if you ask me in a sense, because you have to like normal Alistair, make Albemarle, special Crusadia, make Link 2, link it down to Magus, go back up sort of thing. But I mean, it's definitely possible. Like it's 100% it works. Go here. There we go. And this is just going to be practically the same exact board that we just had a few moments ago, where we're just going to put out a app for 2, go here, and then turn this right here into Equimax and set. But in that case, we still have 2 cards in our hand, which is pretty good. If only we could get to this, like every if we were guaranteed crown every hand, which I don't understand why I opened it again. I guess I'm just that lucky. We could that'd be pretty good. I don't even know what these could be. Like, to be honest with you, I have no zero idea on what like these Nocto Visions could be. Like, it's just everything's so in the air. There's like so many different ways you can play that. There's no point in playing like Dragon Extenders. That's 3 in a column, baby. Yeah, my man, Column King. How you doing? Catching your live streams lately. Blue for 3. Shannon over there looking. That's free real estate. Oh, man. I just, there's no point in even playing the Dragon. Like, is there any point? I don't feel like there's no point in playing. See, I don't even have a terraforming in here for no reason whatsoever. I was just testing like crazy things out. It was pretty late last night when I was hitting it hard, trying to figure out. Like, I even thought about cutting Trap Hole. Thank you, my man. Appreciate your stuff too. Like I said, I've been watching your streams lately. I love your live locals and everything. Playing that column chess. Oh goodness. I know this is pretty sad. Pot of Avarice, I was like testing as like it could be Pot of Desires and or Avarice, just testing to see which one works well. But like you have all these Dragon Extenders stuff now, like that we really don't need because we're not playing. Like, there's no point in playing like unless you want to play the Dragon Link version. That would be the only reason to probably play all these Dragon Extenders. Which, I mean, that's not a bad option by any means. I just don't know if that's the route to take the deck and go, because I still feel like pure Dragon Link is just still going to be doing better in a way, you know? I mean, like, even like I said, I was thinking about even cutting this card here, or like our hand trap protection or nib protection. But like, we just totally, knowing my luck, I'll cut it, then get my back blown out by Nibiru and be able to have played around it. So I just Seed an option. Paralytic Seed is, I think you don't have to play Paralytic Seed. You could easily cut it out. Super easy. It's just like every Crusadia has the ability to just become a Link 1 right away, like Link right on Magius, and then like you proc the Exceed. And then like if you, that's like, that, I guess that's the way that you do play under, you know, the rock and stuff. So like if this is like summon 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on your 5th summon, you just go over here and you make Rafflesia, and then this is in your deck. So then like you have the ability to play safely under your 5 summons. And then like if you draw this later on in your combo or something like that, you can just hard make Dweller, which, you know, Dweller is not a joke. But I don't know. I was even playing, if I have a Format Skipper back here because I was testing that. Because I was like the additional like normal summon reveal. And then you get Paralytic Seed, so you get like that powerful extension. So that's Oh, I meant play. I didn't realize it wasn't. Oh, okay. All right, my man. I see what you're saying now. What's your thoughts about maining there? Can only one crusade? You know, honestly, maybe that is the way to go. Maybe we liked. So this was an idea that kind of got the community that I brought up to, because I was actually very curious, because like any two Crusadia cards can get you to Avramax or can get you to Equimax with a negate, right? So I was like, most control decks, they do something very similar. So I was like, why don't we just splash in a crap ton of back row and like take a mid-range approach with a strategy? And then I was like, because that would be crazy, because the deck has, like you go first, do your shenanigans, set 3, set 4, mostly a set 3 pass, and then going second, you smack them with Equimax for like a 1-punch. It'd be, like on paper and like out loud talking, it sounds good, but I don't know if it would be truly in practice. I don't even. I mean, like, do we play? Do we just play the rocket engine? Is that the way to go? Like, I just don't like playing second best, if that makes some sense. You can also got to open waterfronts, maybe. Great, cause so after they hit LP, how many World Legacy monsters do you play? My man, I play 1. I play the 1 crown. Is all that I'm able to play. You're not able to. It's just the 1 crown I choose to play, I guess. You could play more, but like wherever it is. 1 second. Let me find it. Decided to go hiding in here somewhere. There we go. There's crown. I just play the 1 crown. It's the best one for, I guess, the strategy. But if I wish like lib, because like that's the crazy thing though about like, I guess Mech Knights for example. You guys have Gearsu that can like dump a World Legacy, and like World Chalice, they have the ability to just like the entire deck revolves around the World Chalice. Whereas like Crusadia, our World Legacy artifact here, we have like no way to search it except for with a trap. So it's definitely interesting. I just don't know. Maybe we do play the. Maybe we do just play the Dragon Link stuff. Maybe that's the route. If you want to play going first with this deck, maybe that is the route to do. That is the route to go. So then, look back through here. You would not need the Codebreaker, 0 day. Let me pull out my Dragon Link stuff real quick. All right. Striker. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that was it. There's another crown if we need it. Genius. Rip, guys, rip. So I've started to try and slip away from using these type of sleeves. I'm trying to double sleeve now, but these are Katana Ultimate Guards. That's exactly what these are. I really like these sleeves, hands down, but they are really hard to come by. Like they just go super fast. Like they're just bought out really quick. And then like I had a small like store I was buying them from that sold them for like really affordable, and then someone else must have caught wind of that. But yeah, rip LP, man. Should send them out like a Viking, put them on a ship and just push them out and let them just be rest in peace, sweet prince. Yeah, okay, so there's Striker. I'm still missing. I need to find the my boot sector and Dragon's Ravine. Let's see here. Gamma Seals, Heralds. Not there. My man right now, Charles, is currently Nobles. I love playing Infernobles at locals. Something about ripping my friends' hands out and not let them play the game just kind of gives me a little bit of joy. And also there's like a lot of like theory behind that deck. Like there's a lot of like combo avenue routes. Like I like decks for some reason to where you lose because you misplay and it's on you versus losing to the opponent. I'm like losing. I'm going crazy today, guys. That's the second time I knocked my cards in the air here. So let's see here. Technically, you could play Ranru if I wanted to. We actually have a Salad player that we were hoping to get out of Salad because the deck only took like a brain cell to play. And then now they got Mirage Dahlia back. So it's like, oh, well, we are never getting him to not play that now. Well, that just kind of, I know, I just had this stuff last night. Like, I cannot believe, like, I've misplaced it between now and then. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, maybe that is the way to play. Maybe we just play Dragon Link Crusadia if you want to go first. Because we all know that the going second option is always there. It's always been there. Those sure are buffaloes. I was testing them with Mathmex for a while before those Mathmech cards shot up in price. And oh, I think I put it in my book. I'm sitting here looking for these cards, and they're in my book here. We could definitely play Armor Phage Goliath. Because technically we do have spears. We could still probably technically make spears. Let's move this stuff out of the way here. Okay, so these guys are going in. These guys are what's going out. Go here for, there we go. Okay. Let's see here if we can just find, I think I put them up way back here in the back. They're somewhere in here. They're probably way back here. All right. So I think we played Desires in the list too because I wanted to get that. I wanted to get that raw draw power. And then Waterfronts. We don't need them. There's Boot Sector right there. Then there's Dragon Ravine. Awesome. I think that's it. I think that's all that we need. I believe that is it. So there we go. Put that back where it came from. Okay. So here's those cards. This is our deck. So Magna's going in. Abs Router's going in. Okay, you can go here. Go here. See a breaker, or not breaker, code break, yeah, technically code breaker. We go here. And then Boot Sector. Wait a second. Yeah, that's right. Boot Sector. And then we have two. Are we missing? There's something in here that I'm not too. I guess these right here are supposed to turn into Desires now. So these right here will become Desires. Wait a second. Whoa. We'll go right here for Pot of Desires. Get that raw draw 2. So are we missing? Is there a reason why I have only one? I still have terraforming here, but what was terraforming before that? Do not know. But we're going to go on over here and go back into the extra. So we're doing, I don't know if we need the goddess anymore or not. We don't need this guy, this guy, this guy anymore. I don't even think we need Skull Dread. So I know that we need LP. Not LP. Yeah, we do need, yeah. Brain fart. Sorry to ask, but when I was the most effective Crusadia profile used, how LP is gone, etc. If you check, it's like a Dragon Link profile. It should be right there for you. It's actually this, what I'm rebuilding here. Gonna try and optimize it here on stream. But it's what I like. I just don't, it does not use LP. Romulus. We need Romulus up here, or wherever Romulus may be. There he is. We'll go ahead and turn Rom here. So yeah, so it'll be, I feel like we're missing things though. So, because if my list is not ending on a Crusadia monster, I don't want nothing to do with it. I want to end on Echomax or Avermax, one or the other. That's the only thing I want to do. Otherwise, it's just going to be boneless Dragon Link, and I do not want a boneless deck. Maybe, hey, you know what? Low key. Do we keep the Codebreakers in? Is it like possible for us to combo with the Codebreakers? Let me just go through here and make sure we're still, because this terraforming was something. I just can't remember what. Noctovision. Weird. I wonder if we do keep them in. I mean, technically speaking, if we keep them in, there's like part of our combo where we go LP, Striker to Rom. We can turn Spatha and the ROM into a 2-material app, and then we can combo underneath them with Codebreakers. On the Charmers I'm building, I have no opinion of the Charmers, my man. I have not even read a Charmer card. Hopefully someone in chat might have a little bit more experience so they can help you. Find out what this terraforming was later, but we might just trade it out real quick for, I mean, like, let's try it. Let's see if we can actually use the Codebreakers under this. Have some sort of crazy link-like thing going on now. Some crazy link shenanigans, Crusadia shenanigans. All right, shuffle it up. Cut. All right, let's see what we can do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so not not awful. Please check my comment on your last post. It may help the combo. I can't do that at the moment, Mustafa. However, if you do have the time to quickly pin it in here, I'd appreciate it. Let's just try normal to Maximus, link off here into Magius. Technically, we can go ahead and fire off Reborn here. Effect, we get ourselves Draco. Then we So is Equimax and the Sea Turtle Negate fully out the window at this point? Vincent, it is not fully out the window. Just the same. It's just very, very, very inconsistent. The what is it thinking here? The Codebreaker combo, it can get you to a Skuldred draw 4, but like you have to hopefully either open it or rip it off that Skuldred. And even then, like the combo lines, the playing, like it's just awkward playing after that, especially like if you draw into like a weird. It's not as consistent as it once was, which is upsetting. But you know, time to improvise, adapt, and overcome them. All right. So this is where we go into Spatha. Special effect add back. Link here for Pisty. Spatha's effect to move. Pisty over. Pisty's effect to reborn back the Draco. I mean, yeah, there still is a way to do it. But like it's not as good as the win it once was. Like, do you guys remember when we used to draw 8 cards because we could Skuldred twice? Like that was crazy. We make our 1 striker because it's limited now. Dragon effect to add boot sector. I say we go here for Romulus. Romulus effect to grab us the, where is it at? Dragon Ravine. Activate Dragon Ravine. Yeah, man, double Skuldred was the way. Just being able to draw. And then like Augur Pain, man. Augur Pain was pretty solid too. I totally forgot we were talking about that the other day. Like I totally forgot like the reason we were always so able to like combo so easy was because we had Azathoth too. We were just able to thought our opponent, and then like we had the free range to play. We put our opponent on better have in perm, and most times like you could consistently make Azathoth more times they could consistently open their in perms. So it was just what a good time to be alive. The Crusades at its prime there. All right, so we do this. We'll go ahead and use Ravine effect. Pitch the dragon there to add ourselves. Pitch. No, yeah, actually pitch Ravine. I say, or you can discard 1 card, then activate one of these effects. Add 1 level 4 Dragoonity or Foolish. I think we Foolish a dragon. I think we Foolish. Do we send? Maybe we send Nocto actually. We send Nocto and then Abs Router effect to add here. We're gonna hand normal summon. Thank you, my man Mustafa, for taking the time to type all that out. I'm definitely reading it right now as we speak. I have Arboreal Max my hand specials on Maximus effect. Add Draco, link it, make it into Spatha. Special Draco, take back the Arboreal, link Draco into Pisty, 50 move. Pisty Romulus zone. Make rounds and special it to link zone. Now we have. So wait a second. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Now I see exactly. So a long time ago, I used to play this, but it just added by adding in Lance and Phalanx. Phalanx was a card I kept seeing, and it just completely like blew me away from that. Simply just because I'd keep seeing Phalanx, and if you open the Phalanx, you didn't have the ability to do that. But that is an old combo. I'm so like, yeah, my man Mustafa, you're bringing way back in the day. Divine Lance into Phalanx, then you bring back the Phalanx, and then you have 4 monsters make Skuldred. Yeah. Crazy. Now we have 4 monsters on board, 4 material Skuldred without Codebreakers, and we still have 3 more cards in hand. Yep, that is crazy. So currently right here, we can go up into Equimax here. Or we can go up into Apollosa. See, we can link up into Apollosa. Or we can link up. So like there's different options. Let's go Apollosa because I want to try Apollosa. Apollosa for 2. And then technically speaking, we use special here. We go here for here effect. We go ahead and go here for this. Hi, buddy. What do you say to your Achilles heel matchup, regardless of what you're playing that you can't beat? Oh, okay. I know exactly what you're about, my man. Just nuts. I used to have one a long time ago, and it was Cosmos. However, currently, I would say that out of all my testing, like I wouldn't say it would be. I wouldn't even say it would be like an Achilles heel. It was more like an Achilles toe. Like I could beat them sometimes, but for some reason I really struggled against the matchup, and that was was before. Well, even it's still going to be. It was Zoo Eldritch. That being able to just make Borbo and attack and make Zeus was ridiculous. Hey man, can you do the combo with Ogier later on? My man Turante, I sure can. No, Trap Tricks ain't one of my PTSD decks, but after you buttered my bread last night, my man, just nuts. I do kind of have a little bit of flashbacks. I had nightmares last night of Gravediggers, not Gravediggers, the one card, Bottomless, all those. I had nightmares. Yeah, my man, Turoto, I definitely will show you that Ogier combo. I got you, fam. So we go here. Fires Berserker. If by some chance I do forget, or the time goes on and like stream gets cut out, whatever reason, I do have videos on my channel, so please just head over to the channel, check them out. And if you can't find them, by all means, just join the Discord and we'll get them linked to you so you can check them out as well. So, okay, so now we don't do anything because now with our extra deck, we really can't. I was thinking that we could make Avermax underneath this, but we can't. We can make Skull Dread. So maybe let's do we? But see, that's the thing though. Like Equimax being super busted as he is, his arrows are just kind of doing us dirty right now. If his arrow had one arrow pointing this way, man, we could do like this for Equimax. That'd be, man. So let's see here. We technically could go for a Link 3, but that means we'd have to play Triple Burst here. But I don't even know if we have space for Triple Burst. We'd almost have to cut Dweller, Ling. Like, we'd have to cut a lot of cards here just to be able to go like this. And then make Savage. Because Avermax requires a monster that is special summoned, 2 monsters that are special summoned from the extra deck. So in this scenario here, Swordsman came back from the graveyard, so it doesn't count as a monster special summoned from the extra deck anymore. Otherwise, it'd just be pretty easy. And we don't have a Link 1 that we could turn Codebreaker into. So, and I'm trying to think of like what we could do in our hand here. And maybe, conveniently, if Striker was at more than 1, we could technically like summon this, link off into Striker, then go there and then like do something there. But we'd have to use these 2 here to make a Link 3, which the generic Link 3 I have is Triple Burst. And especially if Sky Striker is going to come back, having this guy to be able to negate that. You're good, my man. You're good. It's easy. It's easy to forget. It really is. And then we go, like, just lose value. We make Avermax here. But I mean, technically, we go Avermax. Then we go here, summon, effect to destroy, summon here, go here, and then Savage will equip Codebreaker Berserker. So, I mean, technically, that's 3 interruptions, and we have, like, Avermax. Like, they can't just whack over Apollosa, too. So, I mean, that's not totally bad. Let's run it back. Let's keep going. Run it back now, y'all. But I see, like, if that's the route we're gonna go, like, extra deck space is gonna be so tight, and I refuse to play any less than two Magius. So you could technically play it. There's really, I mean, yeah, 100% play it if you want to. I just don't think that again, like something like if my deck is just trying to bank on Dragoons, then is it truly Crusadia, you know? But to validate that argument, or to like kind of like both sides, is you can easily put out 2 monsters that can make Verte. Super easy. But with the course of just 2 bricks in the deck, and the deck you're already playing a significant amount of bricks, you could potentially cut out like the Crawler and maybe cut out Gravediggers and stuff like that. And like one other card you could easily cut out to play for those cards. Crusade Power 2 if you wanted to. It just totally depends on what you want to do and how you want to play. I think if you, my opinion is there is no honor in Dragoon unless you're playing Dark Magician. So I try to avoid that card at all possible, unless it's a must. And at that point, if it's a must, and if Dragoon is a must in a deck, it might be time that deck go on the shelf for a little while. Unless you really want to play that deck, and that's the only way your deck can play. But we're going to fire it off here. Well, looky there. So perfect. This makes, again, kind of after playing like so many different decks and seeing how consistent some of them are, and then like realizing like you totally, like this deck, you like really, you do get shafted. Like, my man Nick, I never have missed the 3rd Magus at all. Especially in like these going first, like these going first variants. But yeah, statistically, we should not have seen Trap Hole, but it is what it is. And that just kind of like, that's so funny. Seeing these 2 together. Well, goodness. We have this right here, but see, here's the issue right now that I'm explaining with the combo. This is actually perfect. If you open 2 Crusadia names, especially of the same name, it's like awful, because like you normal, then we'll get the Exceed. The Exceed will get us Draco, but we got to make sure that our Draco gets us to the Codebreakers, right? I don't know. That hand like actually upsets me a lot, actually. Life RNG is a pain. Ain't that the truth, man? My man Nathan. Life is rough. This is like how my life goes, actually. But for all those who are still watching, thank you guys for still watching. Right now, what we are trying to do is I'm going to start hitting live streaming every Wednesday, no matter what, and then we're just going to save up for a better live streaming, like get a PC and stuff that I can stream from to make my streams a lot better, to have you guys more involved, which is what I want. So we're just gotta go make it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So let's see here. So this hand's actually pretty decent. This hand's actually straight gas. Let's just go here. Normal, Magus, chain 2, chain 1. Grab ourselves this guy. Darn allergies, man. Tickling my throat for like the past 3 days. It's been rough. Then we can go all the way over here to the far corner over here and make Rafflesia. So in case that they do have the rock, we can safely play around it. But see, here's the issue. We have to summon here. I mean, we do have the firepower technically that we could technically do that. But I don't know if we want to. Yeah, I think we have no choice but to summon here. Yeah, we have the extender and everything to do so. We're fine. Guard Dragon, bring back. Striker 1, Nocto 2. Summon out Nocto. Grab us Boot Sector. Let's see here. We're gonna make this work. I'm going to go ahead and cut here because we are going to get a. Oh, we messed up already. Shoot. All right, 1 second, y'all. Wait, we messed up. Forgot that we have Pisty here. So we go Pisty, chain 2, or chain 1, chain 2. We just got to make sure that this guy is summoned here. Pisty gets moved. And then Pisty will bring back here. We go into Striker. Striker grabs us this. There we go. Now we're on the correct path. Okay, so technically 1, 2, 3, 4. Skull Dread there. but we're not always guaranteed to open the crazy extender. However, I do believe we go here for Romulus. Rom boy here will get us Dragon Ravine. And see, we can go up into Apollosa if we needed to for going to App for 2. Is that the way? Do we maybe try to do a little bit more with our hand that we have here? We go up here for Equimax. And let's see, what else could we even make? If we go up for Equimax, we might. Oh yeah, I think if we go for Equimax, we still could push out a Apollosa as well. So we go Equimax plus App, or we just go ahead and go straight for App here for 2, or go App for 3. Excuse me, and App for 3. Then we can make, because we have our Borea, we can do Avramax as well. I think that's the play. It kills my soul to not be able to put out Equimax, but I mean, that is what it is. So then, Nocto, draw a card. That's right, we get the free resource back. I think we go Ravine, pitch our Borea, get our Borea to the grave, send, add. Go ahead and go here for boot, special. Go here, 2, 1. Add me the white dragon. Well, there's right there, right next to each other. It's almost like it was predicted. We'll go here. Go here. And then here, right there. Okay. And then we could, in theory, see, this is what's difficult, man. So technically we would have to, this is what we have left. Would we sacrifice? So we'd have to sacrifice technically 2 cards currently, because we need Avramax and Mech Knight. So do we sacrifice a Dweller? Man, this is something, guys, because like right here, we could also like make like an app for 4 or an app for 3 here, but we just used app for the arrows pointing down. So, man, what do we? So the play is, excuse me, guys. The play is this normally. So we make triple burst, and then we go here for Avramax. Then we use Sector's effect special here. We can keep this in our hand. Effect a sector to blow this up. Summon here. And then we go here for Savage. And Savage just equips the right there. So I don't know how I feel about this, guys. There's got to be some way to optimize the Codebreakers a little bit better so we don't have to use extra space like that for triple burst. There's got to be something we can do. Something. Outside of that, I mean, if you guys are looking at this right now, And we have 1 negate, 2 negate, 3 negate. So like this is not too bad. And they have to, and like Avermax is holding down. So technically we're still fulfilling what I would like to do, which is end on a Crusadia. So like our ending board is not just like Dragon Link, it is Crusadia. So I mean, we're still fulfilling like my half of it, I guess, you know? But I'm holding the white dragon because like, so like what I could have done there, but since we have to have space for it, I went ahead and assumed that we're going to have to cut these 2 cards right here for Triple Burst and Avermax. Is that I was looking, I was like, wow, I could have done like White Dragon plus Codebreaker, make Dweller, and then did that combo there. Yeah, my man, Nick, look at this. Like, so straight up on the following turn, I do technically have these 3 cards, the 3 boys here to kind of like climb up and do a 1 punch if I need to. So like that's nice. But like that's it. We have 2 flex spots really, and I really don't want to get rid of Linkribo because sometimes when they let you resolve Paralytic Seed, you just smack Linkribo instead of like ranking up or ranking into like Flasia, if I could speak properly. And then like you get to play under like an extra wood of protection with Ling. But I mean, like to be completely honest with you, they are entirely flex spots. I guess let's just throw it back, guys. Let's just run it back one more time. We don't know until we try, right? I want to, all right, Crusaders, I need everyone's brain cells to be working with me. When we get to the point to where we make Apollosa for 2, because normally we make it for 2, that just scenario, we had the additional extender with Nocto. We need to something different. All right, let's see if we're breakers and see if that'll take less space. I think it might. So we have 2 spots in the extra deck we have to take up to do that. However, well, no, what's 2 spaces for Avermax? Oh, this is so difficult. My poor brain. All right, Crusaders, we're all shuffled up, cut in half. Unite. Is this, but see, this is something interesting too, now that I look at this. Is this hand a brick? No, it is not. It is not a brick. It is not a brick. Okay. We normal. Link. For Magius. Special effect. Don't trigger Magius here. Back. Then we can do this. Into Striker. Then if your Striker is super important, whereas this hand it is, we can go 2-1. And since we already used Draco, we don't have to. We'll grab Maximus, and then Striker will grab us Boot Sector, which is right there. Yeah, my man Nathan, it's always like that. Is this brick? Is this brick? So here's our hand here. Maybe this is one of the combo. Maybe this is where we have to go into like Equimax. Maybe this is one of those combo lines where we do Equimax. I don't know. Spatha. Kasi. Well, no. We go quick. We go boot. Oh, but we won't have access to Savage. That's what this hand is getting us. No Savage access. So we go boot and launch sector. Go here and here. Not there. Excuse me. Go here. Link. Affect a Pisty to move over. Bring back. Right here for Rom effect. Reveal. Man, I'm actually kind of getting blown away on how. Do we go app for? Do we go app for 3? Do we go app for 2 and keep this out? I think we do app for 3 because we've exhausted boot sector because our hand was kind of doggy doo doo. So we go app for 3. Special these 2 out, link them away. And this guy right here. So this is just going to be app, or this is just going to be like app and Avermax pass. Which I mean, like, that's not totally bad. Is there anything? Okay, let's actually back it up, Crusaders. Let's back it up here. Let's back it up pretty far here. I don't know if this is going to be this is not your standard scenario, but if instead of making Apollosa, let's just say in my extra deck, well, no, because no matter what, I can't make, unless I put Avermax on the top. Avermax would have to go on the top, which that would be safe because if I play Cyber Dragons and they kind of yoink my app for 3, everything just goes down the drain. So maybe right here, instead of, maybe I do play Draco Berserker the Tinny instead of like Dweller. So maybe I play Draco Berserker the Tinny and I don't play that. So these are the 2 cards that would go in for Dweller and Ling. So here we climb up to this, special the 2, and then I go into this. And then I go so then these 2 right here are going to have to become Avermax. And then these right here become a Apollosa for 3, excuse me. But that's not going to always happen because we happen to have this guy here. Interesting. Run it back, boys. Here we go. Don't know till we try. My man, Juan, I think that if you're playing Crusadia Kaiju, you're just going to play going second. And I think at that point, it's pretty self-explanatory what you do. You either draw Kaiju to Kaiju and OTK or One Punch, or you do not OTK or One Punch. I think, however, I feel like that is a very valuable option. I think it might arguably be the best option to go is the Crusadia Kaiju. Play like we did back in early 2018 or so when Cybernetic Horizon came out. Run it back. Here we go. All right. Let's see here what we got. Abs Router, White Dragon. Okay. So this hand is not too shabby, but it's not exactly the best. So we go normal. I think that just Crusadia in itself is just going to have to be the deck that plays from its hand. Like we just 100%, we just blow or load from our hand and hope that's enough. I hate to, after playing like a resource, like after playing Infernobles, where like you have a solid follow-up, and they're playing like decks like I guess this that does not have a solid follow-up. There we go. Go here. And we don't have the gas to just go ahead and end on to make the Rafflesia, I think. Yeah, I don't think we have that type of steam right now. Link here. Oh, I put this in the wrong spot. So this has to move over. Effect to move, effect to be reborn. Yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Hey, I'm not convinced to play Astolfo and Infernoble, can I still use Dweller next day? Yeah, you definitely could. You could for sure still use Dweller in the extra. Yeah, there's no reason. It's just Astolfo provides that extra warrior and that extra level manipulation to where you can make Dweller if you need to. You don't have to play Astolfo by any means. Speaking of which, I am going to probably do that here shortly as my time for this stream is coming up. I have the whole deck. I just haven't had the ambition to play it for a little bit. I do plan on picking it up, and like I said, I don't have to pick it, pulling it out, dusting it off eventually. I just, like I said, I don't really have much drive for it as of lately. I'm a mainer, my guys. When I pick up a deck, like if I really enjoy the deck, like Crusadia, Infernobles, like it's really hard for me to switch back to other decks because I just hyper focus on these decks to try and make them as best as they can be. So like it's kind of hard to do that with multiple decks. So like I found myself just trying to stay to 3, and it's kind of that's why like Fire Fist got put up for a little bit and stuff like that, because I just couldn't give them the focus that they needed. But eventually they'll give another like flame will be ignited in me that'll allow me to revisit them. So we go here for ROM. Grab ourselves. There we go. So then right here, but again, we have this extra body here, which makes this easier, and it shouldn't be. It's not always going to be that way. Just going to go Ravine, pitch Absa Router to send Nocto Vision. We'll add Rocket after all Absa Router, but we're going to send Nocto. Yeah, I do. I have the Lu Blue, I believe. That card's pretty nuts, not going to lie. Or shall Lu Fong, or the double Dryden, technically. I do like that card did catch my attention pretty easy. So here we go. So here, do we just... So technically we do have 2 extenders. So even if we don't have this, we could go... Technically, I think we could put... But we missed out on the crawler, so we can't do that. All right, we're going to pretend like we just have Masters, Special, right there. I don't have access code. What should I use instead? Borreload's really solid. I used Borreload, and I also used Underworld Goddess. I liked both of them, because you got to think, if they leave you the link 3 out, you just have to. You already have a link 3, so you can use one of their monsters and one of your monsters, so it's less resources to make. Borreload's pretty good for going second attack steal. Also, Outs Dragoon pretty easy too, just the way that access code kind of would. I'll show you the Ogier combo here in a second. We're just going to work through this list right here, and then we'll pop over there, do a little bit of nobles, and then we'll wrap up the stream. Okay, so here we are. Ancient Warrior Tri-Brigade. It's kind of fun. We should experiment with it and see what we can come up with as far as what boards we can make. I love stuff like that, man. Yeah, I'd be kind of down for that. I love just kind of like, to me, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like a puzzle, and you're always just trying to figure out the puzzle, and the puzzle at the end of the puzzle is like what you're trying to go for your end board. So I really like doing that stuff. Do you think you'll do a deck profile on Crusadia Dragon Link soon, or maybe more? I think a little bit more testing first, because like I said, like right now, like this list is different than the one that I profiled before, because it's utilizing the Codebreakers on top of the Dragon Link stuff. And like as you can see with all these like cards kind of laying out here, like I'm totally not certain what's going to be added in or not. So we go ahead and make Avermax. We summon here by banishing a Dark, which could be Berserk or anything. And we'll hit Abs Router. And then we go 1, 2, 3. Link 3 Mapalosa. Add black. And like we can even hold black if we want to, because we don't have to use it because we have Rocket Tracer that we can fire off. Okay, so then we can just go boot sector, special effective pop. Go here. Isn't it safe to add Link Spider in case you're being? It is. It is very safe. Like it's you would want to have Link Spider. However, I would almost argue and say like after playing like a little bit more, if they have the rock, they have the rock. Excuse me. It just doesn't make sense. Like if they rock you, you lose that additional resource. You lose those resources that you had, and it's just too difficult to get back the momentum for it. So I'd almost argue and say you should. There's no point in playing Link Spider, but that is entirely up to you. Extra deck space right now seems extremely tight. I don't even think I could fit Link Spider in. So we'll just, it's a waiting game. Savage. Equipped the Berserker. And there we go. So technically, this is actually, guys, so this is crazy. But when I was telling you guys before, what makes a combo deck extremely good is when your 1 and 2 or 3 card combos get you exactly, they break even with negates or get you +1. So this is actually one of those scenarios that's pretty interesting. So this took 3 cards to make. If you look at our opening hand, we still have 2 cards. We haven't drawn anything. So technically it took 3 cards to make this. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 interruptions. So we came out with an additional interruption, which is we're getting there to that line of what we want to end on. Yeah, that is crazy. That's good. And it seems like that seems to be the consistent way that this is going, just a little bit further moving forward. Now, where's my man Shannon Long here in the chat? Blue for 3 right now would be pretty rough. 3 like this right here would be just mech knights are just licking their lips. It's free real estate. So I kind of figured that when I was thinking about like the upcoming decks and stuff, I was like, maybe it's time we drift away from ending on Equimax. Maybe like we push for ending on Avermax, because now that means like they'd have to like the bow, even if this was 2 negated, but like 2 bow, which actually this would be 2 bow because we opened, I think, Parallel Exceed in the beginning of this. We did. So this would technically be a 2 negate bow if we did not have that extra Parallel Exceed. Yeah, Forbidden Droplets. And that was kind of the only reason to kind of play around to play Equimax in the beginning, was because Equimax could negate Forbidden Droplets by having like a quick play to chain to it. So that was one of the reasons to end on this over something else, simply because we could just like, even if this was like quick launch, chain quick launch, or standby phase power, summon, they go Dark Ruler, chain quick launch, chain Equimax, tribute, crawler, negate. But as you just said, my man Vincent, it's a thing for every deck though. It puts the opponent on better have it, I guess, right? Better have it, duelist. But I mean, even if we remove this right here, it's still 1, 2, 3 forms of disruption for a 3-card combo. And then we have Avermax Sin up here, which is like a pseudo Towers-esque monster. It can't be beat by battle against a special summon monster. And then on top of that, it can't be targeted for card effects, which is kind of good. I do too. It really felt like when they made Avermax that it was kind of like oh, this is good, but it's not like what Crusadia needed. And I still think that's true. I still think that they should have gave us a synchro. The synchro should have been like some form of Draco. And all it should have been like is if this card is being pointed to by a link marker, it's a quick effect, and then during either player's turn or quick effect, target a Crusadia in your graveyard, special summon it. That be that. So then like you could like during your opponent's turn, you can use like the quick effect of Draco, target the Reclusia, summon the Reclusia, pop a card, and then like use Arboreal to protect. So then you have 1 disruption with the pop. Equimax contribute. There's 2 disruptions. But this right here is not too bad. The more I sit back and look at it, the more I'm really fond of it. Because we're still ending on a Crusadia card that's very high impact. I guess technically speaking, at the very beginning, if my hand was a little bit better, this would have been anti-nib, because over here we could have had Rafflesia. because I opened the Paralytic Seed. And conveniently, we do have Crusadia power that we can set here. So like, there is no way that Avramax just stand by face, fire off power. Avramax will stay, hold his ground. And even if they do have Dark Ruler there, I mean, like, they're probably going to break our board, but Avramax is going to stay no matter what, which is problematic because the next round Avramax can start beating stuff. And we do have a follow-up. I don't know what we're drawing for turn. Maybe we'll get lucky and rip Desires off the top. But no, we draw this guy, which is pretty decent. Talking Banlist, how do you feel about Engage coming back? I think we're going to have to wait and see. I think that... But I can't even put it articulated into words. I think that it coming back is good, but it also coming back, we're going to see, like, we already were in like a control format. And like, to be completely honest with you, I don't really give two Crusader craps what came back. I'm more upset that they decided to hit Drident, and I'm not even a Zoo player. Drident was not the issue at all. The entire community was complaining about Zeus and Bow. The fact that Borbo could poke for damage and they could smack a Zeus, that was the entire complaint. And it just seems like Konami, like, kind of like, you know, like, can we get McDonald's? We have McDonald's at home. And they just like, can we get a ban list? But this is the ban list at home. And it was just, I do understand the argument behind Dryden getting hit, but I don't think there was any argument for it. I don't think it had any justification. Yes, it's one pop. And to be honest with you, Dryden's one pop is not the issue. It's what the cards they set behind the back. So Konami should probably check the floodgate and trap problem before they would have checked Dryden. But Konami don't work like that. The reason it was done was because if they hit Borbo, Zoo could no longer have like a one card, you know, a one card Zeus. And Zeus is money and they want to sell stuff. So they hit Dryden, which is crazy. Yeah, I totally agree, Vincent. Dryden did not deserve it at all. Striker deserved it. LP's time was coming. Like, we all, like, as much as we want to talk about it and say like LP would live, LP was technically, in my opinion, LP was power crept out. You're gonna watch Dragon Link you're gonna watch Dragon Link do the same thing it did without LP. It was just time for LP to go because certain cards, LP had no drawback. It had like zero drawback. Oh, it locked you into dragons. Well, you know, that didn't stop Crusadia from getting it, you know, doing some crazy stuff with LP. So yeah, I think LP just had it coming. Whereas like other cards that do stuff like, yeah, any dragon. But you know, Isolde can summon any warrior, but Isolde's payoff with Isolde is that it forces you to play equip spells, and in some strategies and some decks, the equip spells can be bricks. So yeah, he was a good boy. He did do good. He did do us good. He will be missed, but now it's time to improvise, adapt, and overcome. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bibbity bop on over here to some Infernoble to show you guys a little bit of that. So I don't know. I feel like we're stepping in the right direction. I feel like it's just time to slowly move away from trying to push out Equimax all the time and just try to move on, ending on a Appaloosa. Because let's be honest, like, if every combo deck out there, I mean, Appaloosa for 3 or 4 is nothing to joke about. Most likely see come off. You know, I actually thought Harp was going to come back. If they're going to bring Stalio back, if they was going to bring Engage back, like, I thought Harp was going to come back too. But I'm also a World Legacy nut, so like, I kind of biased. I wanted Harp to come back. All right. Hopefully my man is still here in the chat. I will do the Ogier combo for you so that you can see it. So it just depends like what Ogier combo like you're talking about. There is like the 2-card Ogier, which is the anti-Nibiru combo. And then there is like a Ogier combo where you summon Ogier from the deck off of the Isolde. So just one. I played one Dragon Ravine. One Ravine to search off the Romulus. Awesome, my man. So we will... It's a 2-card combo, but there's like multiple ways you can get to it. It's practically like these 2 cards. You just need a Durandal. If I could find my Durandal. Let's see here. Let's switch it up here from the... Yeah, this like that's kind of crazy how quiet this deck is, and it's ridiculous because this deck is extremely good, extremely versatile, can play around hand traps, play through hand traps. It just fell off the player base. I think people really fell off it, especially when like big names just dropped it, like Pack and stuff. You were playing it, and then they just dropped it. I think it kind of like drove traffic or the what do you call it the no, it's really not. I've actually had more conflictions with the PK trap than I have anything else really. It's just an additional warrior extender and it's a level 4, so like you can use it to make dweller and like weak hands and stuff like that. You do not need it at all. It's just this is probably one of my favorite traps in the game, so that's why I decided to play it. You don't catch me playing purple cards often, but when I do, it's cards like this. All right. So to start out this combo, all you do is you normal summon Ogier. Ogier's effect. Ogier will then send yourself Gearfried. There he is, right there. Right waiting for us. Gearfried goes to the graveyard. You then take Durandal and equip it to the Ogier. You use Durandal's effect to destroy itself to add yourself Renaud. Ho, ho, ho. You can proc Despot 001. Yeah, we can. We use it by Hulk summons Despot, and Hulk go into Auroradon. Auroradon summons 3 tokens, Earth machine tokens, or Earth machines, or machines that proc the Despot. You then use Ogier's effect, or not Ogier, Renaud's effect to special summon itself. Use its effect to add back Gearfried. I normally do this route. You go ahead and link here for Isolde. Do not use her first effect at all. I don't recommend using that. You banish, because that was 1-2. This is your 3rd summon. You banish the Durandal to summon out the Gearfried. Gearfried's your 4th. You then use Ogier's effect Engrave to equip to Gearfried. Use his ult effect to pay cost, and then you're off to the races from there. But since you have this space here, I guess we can go ahead and showcase real quick. Since you have this space here, because of like the deck is like it requires you to have open space, you don't do your typical send 4 summon out Oliver. You send 2 summon out Gimba. Gimba and the lovely lady up there, they become Hulk. Hulk will then grab you Despot. Hulk and Despot become Auroradon. Auroradon then gives us 3 tokens. Proc and the Despot Engrave to come out and say hi. We turn Despot plus 3 tokens into Power Tool. We'll use Power Tool's effect. And this is where kind of in like my list right now, I'm kind of not regretting playing the second Fire Flint Lady because I've let me play 2 DDR. We reveal these 3 here. And then we'll just, because like statistically, we have more of a chance to get the DDR than we did Living Fossil. We're just going to give ourselves the DDR. You then use Auroradon's effect, tribute the token and Power Tool to get ourselves the Despot at 001. No, excuse me. Brain fart. Colt Wing. There we go. Colt Wing comes out. Colt Wing's effect gives us 2 level 3 tokens. Procking yet again Despot. Then you have like different options you can do. You can go here, right here. This is probably the best route to do. Now, if you happen to like, if you have to make Herald early in the combo, which it's the same combo line kinda, you just make Balmug instead, and then go like that route, and then you can make like Savage, Balmug, and Herald out. But you just go here and make Herald. You then go ahead and activate the Phoenix Blade in the graveyard by banishing Gimba and Renaud. Add yourself Phoenix Blade. So DDR, pitching the Phoenix Blade, summon back Gimba. Gimba and the token become our boy Roland. Roland's effect during the end phase, don't forget to activate it. Roland and Coltwing become Charles. End phase, Roland effect will activate. Send yourself whatever you want, really. We'll send another Durandal. send that. Go ahead and add yourself Renaud. And then in phase, Charles will equip the... Where is it at? There we go. Middle silver armor. And then equipped from the deck, Oliver. There we go. And that is it. There you go, my man. Troto, there you go. That is practically the combo. Pretty solid. This is why I really like this deck. This deck is pretty crazy. Like, to take note, it was 2 cards. So 2 cards got us a monster negate, omni negate, and a quick, and then technically a quick effect pop. Not only that, so there's so much more behind that. So not only do we have those 3 forms of eruption, we have nothing on the field can be targeted, period. And then Herald says it's a floodgate against itself. Yeah, I'll rig a hand real quick and let's see what we can do with Coltwing. That is the most asked question. Excuse me. Allergies, man. I survived COVID. I work with COVID, and I'm getting done in by my allergies. Go figure, right? Yeah, we'll rig a hand with Coltwing in hand. Oh man, Link Cross would be crazy. All right, we'll go ahead and just do a quick cut here. All right, so let's get these brain cells going. Okay, this is not too shabby. Okay. Normal Dolphin, pitch Coltwing. Set Shade, activate Shade, summon Shade. We go for Isolde. Daily Dose of Casual Player, you missed that, I guess, at the very beginning. It is very fun, very explosive, but until we get the new stuff, you're just going to get your breads buttered. I'm heading out for the night, Charles. Awesome, my man. You can either direct message me through Facebook, or if you want to, just head down to the link down in one of my videos and just join the Discord, and we'll go from there. Isolde. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves. Well, thinking now, we could technically... Let's see here. Let's add Flint Lady. Effect, we'll go ahead and pay cost. Well, no, because we're not going to have access to that. So if we do it that route, we can go... We're going to have to tribute 1. Yeah, we can't go that route. So we're just going to go ahead and send 4. 1, 2, 3. And the reason I want to do this is because since we have Rhoda, where there's no point in us doing that. So we'll send 4. Summon out Oliver. Go here for Hulk. We've already seen the hand too, so anyone who's like hand traps, we know what the hand is, so we can play accordingly. We'll go here for the Despot 001. There we go. 001. And this go into this guy, the big silly plane here. Big silly plane gets us 3 tokens. This comes back. We turn this guy and this guy into Balmug. We go effective Roarodon, tribute 1 to destroy Balmug. To reborn back Colt. Colt gets here. All right. So then we can go into, let's see here. I want to try and push out Charles, but I think that we're just going to go here for Harold. Let's go ahead and banish these two for Phoenix Blade. Well, no, we're still okay, I think. Or do we not make Harold here? I wonder. We probably don't make Harold here, to be honest with you. I think we probably make. Let's see here. Yeah, we don't make Harold. Harold's too soon. We want to make Power Tool. Power Tool is going to be up to the roll. We'll definitely roll for it just to kind of showcase you guys a little bit differently here. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. See, we don't even get the one we need, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and fire it off and grab ourselves Alstofo. Since we're in here, we'll fire off Rhoda. Grab ourselves Renaud. So let's think here. It is crazy, like really think about it, but like as you guys can see, guys, like it's just you can totally like lose track, lose thought so easy. Here, pitch. So, okay, so I think we messed up here. No, we're okay. Special, use the effect to add back DDR that we should have sent, but we didn't because we brain farted, but we'll add living fossil. Okay. And maybe we shouldn't do. No, we won't. We don't ditch that. We ditch Flint Lady. Here for Savage. Savage effect equipped here. Give us 2. So we can go. Let's see here. We can. This is 1. We can go here. Banish. I guess we didn't have to pitch the Flint Lady, I guess. So this becomes level 1. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we go 3, 4, 5. For Roland. And then Roland effect during the end phase. Charles. And then we'll go ahead and go Oliver here to equip. And then, you guys hear that? 1 second, chat. I'll be right back. Oh man, chat. How come every time we try to do something, someone decides to come knock on my door, but like I'll be home alone for hours? Oh my goodness. Okay. So then and then we result to the end phase. Roland's effect will send a. This point, it doesn't matter what we send. Let's send. No, I kind of want to keep DDR so we can top deck it. Send, and we get to add a Fire Warrior, which will add Roland. No, we want to add Gearfried. Jeez Louise. Add the Gearfried. Then in phase, Charles will equip the Metal Silver that we did send, and then we will get Ogier from the deck. There we go. So, I mean, if you look at our hand size here, we have 3 cards in hand. This is really good in terms of like resources, etc. So we have Negate, Charles, nothing can be targeted at all, and Charles can't be destroyed by card effects. And then we have like an insane follow-up in the form of like Gearfried. But yeah, so that's kind of like, so I should, that made it look really easy. You know, like that was like, you know, like that would make it look. So if you do open Cult Wing, the thing you should be trying to do is get it from your hand to the graveyard, so that you can do the Reborn with Auroradon instead, because it's just that's the way that you play with it. If you keep it in your hand, it just doesn't do you any good. You just have to find some way to get it from your hand, if that involves Dolphin, DDR, etc., whatever truly you need to get it to the graveyard. And then that's where you can kind of play through opening the 1 brick. Yeah. Deck takes a brain cell, man. It does not. You cannot learn this deck all in one night. You'd have to. I've spent so many hours trying to learn this deck. I remember going back and watching a lot of Pack's old videos when there was when we did have Link Cross and stuff like that. I used to watch his. Would go back and watch his videos, just to understand lines of play and stuff. So like, yeah, which is, yeah, it's definitely. I like the deck. I cannot lie. It's one of my favorite. You're fine, my man. I'm a visual learner, too. I'm a visual learner myself, not me too. Yeah, I tried to say myself and say me too as well. But I'm a visual learner as well. So like, unless someone like doesn't show me or I don't see it, it's kind of difficult for like, you can tell me all day, but until I actually see it, I can like memorize it pretty easy once I see it. But guys, we are about reaching the end of my stream. This one's just hopefully after this, like that lasts a little bit longer. I just got a few things I got to do. So hopefully next Wednesday we will be here. We'll do some more test hands. Hopefully then we'll have a better kind of like grasp on like Crusadia and stuff like that. But other than that, guys, thank you guys for joining me here today for this live stream. Thanks to you guys so much for coming in, just chilling and hanging out. Like I said, hopefully the new stream schedule will be every Wednesday, roughly around 7 o'clock or so. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. And I guess we're just going to wait. Before I even think about going, if you guys are not part of the Discord, you guys need to get yourselves into the Discord today, just because it's going to be awesome. If you do like Infernobles as well, I'm going to go ahead and announce that we do have another Infernoble playmat coming up. And I'm going to showcase you guys, since a lot of you guys are still here, stuck to it. I'm going to pull it up here and showcase you guys. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and show you guys my the new mat, like a little spoiler of the mat that's getting ready to come. Okay. All right, guys. So you tell me, do you guys want to see the Artorigus side or the Charles side? This is why you stick to the very end of the stream, chat. This is why you stick to the end. If I had a semi-decent stream setup, I wouldn't have to show you guys through my phone. But, you know, these redneck streams got to, you know, do their best. So what do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see the Artorigus side or do you guys want to see the Charles side first? My man, Athelion, no. Most of my mats, some of them are rubber, but like these recent one, I think the Stigmatica Conflict, the World Legacy World Heroes, and then this new mat coming out, it will be cloth. The Ordained by Flame, the Breeze Before Einsatz, and Gearsu Rising are all They are all rubber. All right. Well, Phoenix has answered the plea. He said Artie, so I'm gonna pull up old Artie here. Where did it go? Man, losing stuff. All right, so let's go all the way up here and find it. All right. Get it turned so you guys can actually see it. All right. Here we go. Oh, man, you always want to all see Artie. Let's see if I can get it to load in here. There we go. So hold it up there just a little bit for you guys. So there's the Artorgus side of the mat. It's going to be just like this one with the with like the ink on it. But we're going to have a little bit of spin to it. And then, yeah, so I had to, hopefully you guys will like that. It's going to be a 2-player Rally to the Kings playmat. Be really cool. The Charles side looks pretty good as well. I had to like explain to my artist that I wanted like, I wanted them to mirror each other in a way, but not like totally identical, because I think like if you look at like the information we have of Arthur and the information we have of Emperor Charles, they were 2 great noble kings, but they both were very differently. Like Arthur, like King, like Charles, he was a really cocky guy, my guys. Like if you ever learn the history behind him, he was really cocky, and he was very victorious too. He suffered his first major loss, and in that first big loss, he lost Roland dies in it. And it was heartbreaking to him. But I really wanted to emphasize on like the little details and stuff like that. And like the knights in the background are not going to be like the knights of the round table. They're going to be like typical knights you see during that time. So like I had to go and like do my research and find British knights of that time period. Same with like Charles. So like my man Midnight has been drawing or trying to like draw these knights in like that type of attire, like their appropriate attire. So they're not like, that's one thing that drives me nuts when people like do playmats and like things like, it's like, oh, this is cool. But then like you're a nerd like me and you look more into it and you're like, these don't make no sense though. But hopefully it should be done within the week and be out for 4th of July over here for the States. And then I think we're also going to host a tournament. So like if you do not want to or have the funds to get one, if you have a remote duel set up, you can join and compete in a remote duel tourney, the first ever Team COG remote duel tourney, and have the ability to get yourself one. Daniel, I know finally you're going to get a Artorgus. And then I had to like look at sadly, yeah. Crusadia Guard Dragon is dead, but it will improvise, adapt, and overcome. So, all right, guys, we're going to end the stream here. If you are just getting to the stream, don't worry. The stream uploads after every stream. It uploads so you can watch it and catch up on everything. So, thank you guys so much. The price. Well, 1 second. What will the price of the new mat be? I think $49.99. I believe I was able to. My distributor went with worked something out so it's not going to be super expensive. Let me check real quick. It was on the Stigmatica playmat. I believe it is only. Let me pull up here. I think $49.99. Struggling here, as I do every day. Products. Yeah, $49.99. $49. They normally go for, I think, like even if you look like Team Sam's and stuff like that, and that's what I based mine. Was around like, that's where I used to get my prices from. But then I was like, you know what? My distributor was like, yeah, we get them for a cheaper rate too. So like the prices for them will go down, and I'm not out to like rob you guys completely blind. I was like, if I can just make my money back off of the art I put into it, I'm a happy camper. So I can even like, I'm not losing enough, but I'm not losing a substantial amount of money by lowering the price. So it makes it affordable for everyone to get. So, but anyway, guys, again, final time hopping out. You guys have a wonderful night. Check you guys later. Stay tuned for a YouTube video coming this Friday. Charles signing out.